Greetings, my fellow nurse brothers and nurse sisters. Welcome to the Nursing Affiliated channel. It's been a minute. COVID has been ruining everybody's days and lives. We just have to say it, and I have to say, please, Lord, I know it's not been easy for everyone dealing with this, but I'll say this real quick on the beginning of the video. Call on me and I will answer you, show you great mighty things for which you do not know. Jeremiah 33, verse 3. I'm saying that one just for everyone that's going through COVID and their families that's gone through COVID, the ones that survived and also the ones that haven't. Rest in peace, and also my condolences to everyone that's going through this because it's not easy. So, speaking of the very first question from one of my followers basically said, how do I prepare with my preceptor? What do I look for? What do I do? I really want to, hit this off really well. So right now, a lot of nurses in school or after graduation, new grad position, it's kind of hard to shine with the preceptor because you don't know what they're looking for. You don't know what to expect. You have like 2 to 3 weeks of orientation, preceptorship. So I'm going to give at least, maybe let's go 10 tips on how to survive preceptorship. And also what preceptor is looking for. So I'm going to give out my tips, my 5 tips, what we're looking for, and also as a nurse, student nurse or new grad nurse or whoever you are following for your preceptor, what you want to show. 5 good tips on what you want to show us if we're precepting you. So as a student or as a new grad, or if you're actually going to follow a nursing preceptor, number 1, I definitely say this. Come in early. I always tell my patients, or not patients, but the nurses coming in to follow. Yes, be there early. If you're on time, you're late. So I always tell my preceptees, if they're going to come in 30 minutes early, get to know your patient, go look on the chart, look what their diagnosis, what is the plan of care, what are you going to do to make them get better, so you can get them out of the hospital, or actually what are you going to do next with the intensivist or with the doctor, or if you're a med-surg nurse. Always come in early to get all your information that you need for your patient's load. So if it's ICU, 2 patients, still 30, 40 minutes early, come in a little earlier, why not, to impress your preceptor and that you're going to be on top of your game too. So med-surg, you got 5 patients, tele 4 patients, ICU 2 patients. In the ER, you never know what you're gonna get, but I always say come in early. So number 1, definitely come in early, 30 minutes, check up on your patients. Look what the plan of care is for them. What are you gonna do to get them in and out of the hospital? So number 2, be prepared. I know everyone comes in with a little bag here with their scissors, their pens, their tape and everything, or they put it in different pockets. Be organized. When I say organized, maybe bring a little fanny pack. No one's gonna judge. I'm not Judy, I won't judge you, I promise. Bring one of those bags, maybe put in your flushes or get those cargo pants that you have. If you have uniforms at your job, it's okay. If you don't have cargo pants, get a little fanny pack. Put your stuff in there, get prepared, bring the 4-color pen, that's awesome. I always say that's a good recommendation. So number 3, as a preceptor, what we look forward to seeing as a nurse that we really want you guys to shine and do well on. When I said plan of care, know what the plan of care is for each and every patient. If one comes in with CHF, okay, what are you gonna do to, not exacerbate CHF, but to just kind of get better? Lasix, give them their, diuretics, ambulate, salt foods has to decrease, and also, you follow up with an echo, whatever is needed for the patient with CHF. The next patient you have, for an example, let's just say it's gonna be pneumonia, they come in, okay, well, maybe they have COPD too, so you're gonna look at their breathing treatments, what steroids are they on, if they're diabetic, since they're on steroids, so you have to look at the plan of care on that and how you're gonna get them better after the x-ray. So these are little examples. So number 3, when as a nurse, following a preceptor, know what the plan of care is for all the patients. You will look good, you be prepared, and it doesn't hurt to ask anyone that's there before you see your nurse to precept. So we will be happy when you know the plan of care. So tip number 4, definitely always put this out there. I know we get hungry. If we get hungry, we get hangry. So bring a little snack, get something to eat, stay on point. Just let's go number 5, time management. That's gonna be very important. Definitely manage all your patients, what comes first, triage and so forth. So those are my tips on that, what a nurse should do and bring to their preceptor. Let's throw in an extra one in there. Let's go ahead and talk about, definitely communicating with your whole staff, charge nurse, with your preceptor. Bonus one I'm gonna throw in there too, pick another preceptor if you can. If you just ask politely, just say, hey, I don't mind following you. Thank you for your time and everything. Is it okay if I do another preceptor just to follow? Nothing against them, but that way you can learn their trade, how they do their learning. Every nurse is different, so it never hurts to pick up different trades. So those are those tips. Now what we look forward to as a nurse, new grad, student nurse, what we really want for you guys to succeed, we're gonna ask you scenario questions. So we definitely want you to know what like I mentioned before, plan of care, what are you gonna do for them? So we're gonna give you little scenarios, what we're gonna do for the patient, how to get them better. We even ask you, why did the patient come in? What do you think they could have prevented to come in? So I kind of just ask questions to get your critical thinking skills and figure out how to hemodynamically keep the patient stable. I'm gonna go ahead and have you get out of your comfort zone. We're gonna, if there's a code blue, we're gonna go run in there, and I wanna see what you do. If you're gonna get involved, if you're gonna jump in. We love that as a new grad or student nurse, or nurse that's getting precepted, please jump in on anything that happens. We love that you get your hands and your feet dirty. We wanna see that you're prepared or you wanna learn. So the willingness to be prepared to learn is the best. So we like that. We actually want you guys to first do the assessment before we do. That way we can see how you assess. Jump in there, do the assessment, and focus. If that COPD patient, focus on the lungs. If you have the CHF patient, again, lungs too for that one, and also the heart. You're also gonna look at the vital signs. So we want you to do your own assessment. We want you to break it down from head to toe. If it's a focus assessment, even better. That way we can focus on each patient, their focus assessment. So we want you, like I said, doing your assessment before we do ours. Good attitude. Not a lot of people talk about this, but you gotta have a good attitude. So dealing with these patients, we give. Do we receive? Not much. Now the paychecks coming in, but new grads and new student nurses and everyone to come in there, you might not get a good paycheck, or you're not even getting paid as we speak now, but we all have to start somewhere. Last one, and this is actually my top favorite one that we all love. If you do this, it's game over. Bring us some food, some snacks. Bring us some, cupcakes, cookies. Oh my goodness, we're a sucker for that. We love that. So bring a little some sweets. Maybe if you have a small unit, maybe like 6 to 8 nurses, it doesn't hurt. Bring a little cup of coffee on your last day or your first day coming over there. Give us some coffee. I know it sounds like a lot, but we love it. We remember that. If you're trying to get a job, or if you're actually trying to remember our crew, we'll remember that nurse that got us the coffee and the cookies, the donuts, or whatever food that you got us, and we'll remember that. It'll be kind of like a little side note if you're trying to get a job. So those are the tips that we look forward to, and then also tips for you nurses that how to shine for your preceptor. Anyhow, hopefully it was helped. Don't forget, y'all, I'm going to be doing another new nursing video pretty soon. Hopefully everything worked out. My fellow nurse brothers and sisters, don't forget to drop a comment. Let me know what the next nursing video I should do. Peace, love, advocate, and nurse grind. Peace.